Hello all the crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, welcome back to Pokemon Ultra Moon. Last time, we made our way up the big surfing route. I guess I would probably call it the main surfing route in the game. It was certainly bigger than most of the other ones. And I came out over here. And this is the Ula Ula Meadows, because I think every island in this game has its own, meadow system. Anyway, so a bunch of red flowers, and we've got up here, is that Colress? That looks like Colress. Oh, it's Faba. Oh my, if it isn't Drago, where might you be off to? To see Team Skull, because they're funny, and I like hanging around them. I don't know if that's something I should be admitting to. To see Team Skull, you mean you're going to their base in Po Town. Such awful thugs they are, tormenting the poor Pokemon for no good reason. I swear I just don't know what to do with them. And just look at me, would you? Here I am, taking the initiative to travel Alola on my own to check on how Pokemon are doing. I've been trying to think through this Necrozma issue on my own. That sort of noble dedication is what you would expect of a president, even. Don't you agree? I noticed that the game didn't give me a yes-no prompt there. Not that a foolish child could. I mean, not that I would expect you to know. Anyhow, do try to stay safe. Don't say I didn't warn you about Team Skull. What a lovely guy. I feel like he was more likable in original Sun and Moon. Either that or I just wasn't paying attention to the subtext, but I feel like I don't like him that much in this game. And he was just kind of like a neutral party in the original Sun and Moon. Anyway, okay, so you're the boss trainer. I guess I'll have to come back and remember to defeat you. Where are we going? Can I actually... Did I hear something like... Did I hear something pop up? Oh, it's a Pokefarnder thing. Should I do that? Just... I haven't done this since the beginning, except for the mandatory bit in Acerola's gym. Okay, so I see... I still don't know. Does the game want me to center... Does the game want me to center my camera? Center the target in the viewfinder when I do this Pokefarnder thing? Or does it want it to be, like, kind of off to the side a little bit? Like a rule of thirds sort of thing. Anyway... yes, let's just go with that one. Don't really see a point of taking 6 instead of just 1. So we're gonna go and post this one to the Twitters or whatever the alternate universe version of social media in this game is. Alright, so you like the flowers. It's not the back, I guess. I mean, I'll be honest, I can't even see, like, if I'm looking at the front or back because it's so far away. I really would like a zoom here, but anyway. So I need 1,500 thumbs up if I want version 2. Is version 2 what allows me to zoom? I hope so. Yeah, we're not gonna keep doing that. Alright. I haven't ruled out doing more with the Pokemon Snap thing in this Let's Play. I'm not really immediately expecting to, but who knows? Maybe at the end of the game, if I feel like keep playing some of the side modes, I'll do like that and Mantine Surf and whatnot. Anyway, so we have a trainer here. And there's gonna be, like, red Oricorio in this meadow, aren't there? I feel like there probably are. Torkoal. Alright, so that's red. It's not an Oricorio. Does Torkoal have higher physical defense or special defense? I can't remember. I'm gonna hit you with an Earthquake because my physical attack is much higher. Alright, so this is one of those fancy drought weather Torkoal. And I really do want to do, like, a weather team as an in-game team someday, but that's gonna take, like... planning. Torkoal, I assume, can be encountered somewhere in this game with its hidden ability, and I know Pelipper can be too. Wingull and Pelipper. Wingull pretty early on, but I don't know where off the top of my head Torkoal can be found. And there certainly are. Okay, so I got a lucky damage roll there. There certainly are Pokemon that can take advantage of it. I've got a Fire type starter on my team right at this moment, and like Salazzle, and I imagine there are some grass types which have Solar Beam or that sort of thing. Sandstorm, no thank you. I imagine there are some grass types that have Solar Beam that can benefit from having a Sun team. Of course, they also take more damage from fire, so double-edged sword there. Whimsicott. Do I want to stay in against this thing? I can't really do much to you, and you are partial fairy in this generation, so I think we're just going to get out of here. Question is, do I want to switch in? I guess Birdbrain can do it. Birdbrain has Fly. Should be fine. Let's see. Whimsicott isn't scary, but it does go fast, and it does have a lot of access to a lot of status moves, which I don't really want to deal with. If you paralyze me, for example, that would be a huge pain. Energy Ball, really? Energy Ball? Dazzling Gleam would have done more. Dazzling Gleam did do more. Energy Ball is quarter effective. Alright, so for all the problems that Whimsicott can cause in competitive, you don't have the smartest AI, it looks like. So, is Prankster Whimsicott's main ability or hidden ability? I think it's its main ability. Prankster is definitely a good move for something like this. It is fast on its own, of course, but it also learns a lot of status moves that I could really mess you up with if it gets to go first. Does Whimsicott get Thunder Wave, or is it like the Stun Spore Sleep Powder side of like grass type status inducers? Anyway, so Bird Brain is almost level 40. Looks like Gon Lahas is oh, that's one of those like scent things. Oh, can I not talk to it? Do I have to go down there to talk to it? This, can I fish that out? I can. All right. That's like the second or third sticker that I found just like in the middle of water. Which, again, you would think would not do wonders for the adhesive, but I don't know, maybe these Pokemon stickers are like some kind of super magical... Oh, I thought I went down the stairs. Some kind of super magical, like, adhesive, like, glue that doesn't wash away in water. Some kind of weird sci-fi magic. Did I say Burbrain almost grew to level 40 in that last fight? Not quite there yet. That was, level 38, I think, is where we are right now. Oh yes, random encounters, those are a thing. Alright, what I actually wanted is the red nectar, okay. So that is, one of those Oricorio items. I don't remember the exact mechanics of how that works. I know it has to do with, the color of the bird and whatnot, but... Can't say I've ever, like, used one on my team or anything like that. Alright, come on, there we go. Another red nectar. I mean, I guess I can sell them. I'm kind of just, like, going after all the shinies right now, because that's what you do in video games. That's another adrenaline orb. Let's see, can I get out of here without... Alright, I guess we can't. Alright, so there's a couple more trainers here. There's this one, you are walking around, and let me go and catch your attention. And we'll see how quickly I can get Gon to catch up with the rest of my team. Alright. Skarmory is such a wonderful wall in some places like this. Also, yes, I did say let's see if Gon can get a bunch of experience from this fight. And then the first thing that I saw was an ice type, so... Alright, game is out to get me, as usual. Is there anything up here? There is an item. This is a cross special defense. I suppose if I want to buff Skarmory from the special side, I can go and apply one of those. There's another... I assume you're a trainer. Are we going to go get the shade on the screen if I walk up to you? We're not... I didn't see it, but I don't know if I would have had to, like, get closer for it to happen. Let me see. Should I heal with items? I'm gonna heal with items. I have far too many items, and I might as well use them. And you know what else I think I'll do is I think now I will turn the experience share off, or the experience all off, as I've been very pedantic about calling it. Let's go and turn this off, and my entire team will no longer get experience from every single fight. If I feel like it, I'll turn it on again. I'll probably at least leave it off for a few hours of gameplay. Let me see. If I go up here, what's back here? Oh, there's another trainer back here. I assume you're a trainer. Are you not a trainer? You're not a trainer. This is a crumbling old shrine. Alright. This is the Lake of the Sun. $5 says it's the Lake of the Moon in Pokemon Sun. That's something I should know because I did originally play Pokemon Sun and not Pokemon Moon, but it's just been 9.5 years. So, what can you do? So, if memory serves, I think I do remember what you do here, and I think this is actually pertaining to Nebby in, like, post-game stuff. If you wanted to, like, evolve Nebby into its final legendary form. Psy Shock. I don't think that is a move that anybody on my team can access. Let me go and have a look at that. Psy Shock is going to be at the bottom, nobody. Any other moves I might want to look through? All of, like, the good ones that I picked up recently, I'm pretty sure I've already considered and decided against for various reasons, so... Alright. Anyway, Psyshock, very good competitive move. It's a 80 power special attack, 100 accuracy, but it does damage from the physical defense and not the special defense, which allows you to use it to break through certain walls, such as Chansey and Blissey and those sorts of things. If I run up this way, through this, this long corridor, there's just, like, a lot of doors, which I can't go through. Guess, do I say it? Alright, fine. One does not simply walk into more doors in this game. I had to. I'm legally obligated to say that as a YouTuber whenever I see something like this. Anyway, what are we looking at? So if I walk up this way, there's a lot of these insignia everywhere, some of them in better shape than others. No, like, random encounters or anything, no tall grass, no even items except for that one TM that I saw. Getting fairly strong, like, Spear Pillar vibes all of a sudden. But if I come up to the top, it doesn't look like there's anything here. We got some nice scenery. Very stormy looking scenery. I see there's also yet more doors, which one simply does not walk through in the background over there. But I don't think that I can actually go there. If I look on the map, this place is sort of like, I don't know, sun-shaped when viewed from above. By the way, I have complaints to levy against the game. So, the Melee Gardens, when I was there were a couple of NPCs who said that, like, the shape was supposed to look like something, and, like, I had no idea what it was supposed to look like. I went and looked it up. Apparently it's supposed to look like a Gyarados. Tell me where you see a Gyarados in this image. I don't see a Gyarados. I think the game is just pulling my nose. Alright, anyway. So, I think that's all I can really do here right now, which is to say not very much. I'll probably try to remember to come back here later in the post-game when it becomes relevant to, like, Nebby and Nebby-related things. Anyway, until then, I think it's time to walk back to the meadows, and if there is that one more trainer who I've got to fight, I'm gonna go and fight them, and then I'll go and fight the boss trainer, and if there isn't any other trainers that I have to fight, I would, like, not pass one of those, like, alcohol walk in a straight line tests right now, am I? Because I'm just wiggling the circle pad all over the place. If not, I'll just go and fight the boss trainer, and that should be a fun time. Let's see. We're gonna get out of here. This is a really long walk. All of a sudden, I feel like when I hold the circle pad in a direction, my finger is slipping. Like, I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know how to walk in a video game. What is happening? Anyway, so, you are, okay, you are looking for a battle, but you're gonna ask nicely first. Oh, are you that person who showed up in the dance person who showed up doing, like, dances in the other meadows? Alright, I guess you are. So you're gonna spin on the spot, and we're gonna fight. This is a very long introduction to a battle. Can you tell that I have, like, a competitive background because of how frequently I switch in single-player fights? I feel like you probably can. So that's going to be... You're going to look for more styles to study, so you're going to go and look for more Oricorio is what I think that means. Alright, so we have now fought every trainer in this area, at least I think we have. So can I come back here and can I fight this guy? Let's see, I wonder, these boss trainers often threaten to fight me with, like, Z-moves and stuff, although a lot of them really haven't, so I wonder if you're gonna actually have a Z-move to fight me with. Or a TM to give me or something like that. So we're gonna fight you. Oh, you're gonna use the Flame Orb. Oh, I love those. I don't have any Pokemon on my team now that can benefit from it, but I do like playing with Facade, Guts, that kind of thing. Nice try with the Alakazam there. Unfortunately, that strategy only works if you can, like, stay alive for more than one turn, which Alakazam, coming from the physical side, often can't. Anyway, you are going to give me the Flame Orb. So, by all means, if I had a Pokemon who had Guts or something like that, I would definitely give it to them. But, unfortunately, I don't. So, I think that's, using it wisely takes a bit of tricky thinking, but if you figure it out, it'll pay you back in spades. Yeah, so, I had an, X and Y Gen 6 competitive, I had a Swellow, and that thing was great. So Swellow, as classified by Smogon, was only NU in X and Y, which is like the bottom tier, for those who aren't, like, regulars on the competitive Pokemon scene. It was, by all accounts, not a very good Pokemon, but it does have access to Guts as its ability, and it has, like, just enough moves that it can sort of use it. Unfortunately, if you see a Swellow with Guts, you basically guarantee that it's going to have, like, Brave Bird, Return, Facade. No, Brave Bird, Facade, not Return. Probably U-Turn and probably Protect. That's a Gumshoes. And there's not really all that much else that, like, it can learn to take advantage of a raised physical attack from a Guts bonus. And, like... Alright, fine. This is like the third Gumshoes I've ran into in the span of about 30 seconds, so I feel like the game is just trying to tell me something. Quick Ball. We're just gonna go and toss one of these at you. If I can catch her at full health, that's great. And there we go. Alright, so now at least when I see one of these things, it'll have a little Pokeball symbol next to its name and it'll stop bugging me. And anyway, back to Swallow. It also has, like, the slight problem where its defenses are terrible, and it will basically just fall over and die if you look at it funny. And, like, normally you would think that those two things would not be a very good combination for a competitive Pokemon, but I use the thing in the higher tiers, UU and OU, pretty often, and it honestly worked out fairly well for me a lot of the time. And I feel like at least part of the reason for that was just because you never saw it. People tend to learn... Scraggy, interesting. Alright, I haven't seen one of these yet, according to that little infographic that pops up the first time you encounter something. So I think I've got one more Quick Ball, right? I think we've got one more Quick Ball, and I think I'm just gonna go and toss it at this guy. And after this, I'll probably put on a Repel. And then not have to run into anything else. This should catch. Your catch rate's not that low. Alright, there we go. Anyway, I guess to continue the story for here. I feel like at least part of the reason that Swellow seemed to work out for me as well as it did in competitive is just because, like, nobody else used it. People tend to learn the sets of the things that they fight commonly. And most people, except probably the people who compete at high level VGC and whatnot, will have every Pokemon that they are conceivably ever going to run into memorized, but most people just tend to know what the Pokemon that they fight regularly will do, and if someone spends most of their time in like OU and competitive, they're not really going to know that much about things in the lower tiers, and I think the element of surprise and the element of people not taking it seriously because like it's a early game bird type Pokemon, how good can it possibly be? Just like a couple turns, like 1 or 2 turns of the opponent not really knowing what to do with a Swellow is really enough time for it to take down at least one of their Pokemon, sometimes 2 or more. That is TM80 Rock Slide, and I had a lot of fun with that thing. It was probably alright. So I ran past a trainer, so I'm gonna have to go circle back around to the top of the route if I want to go and do that. Oh, there's another trainer over here. Let's go and deal with you real fast. 4 for 4 on the confusion, you're welcome. Let's see, I used some weird stuff in competitive back in the day. What else? I'm trying to remember other like, just silly things that I used to do. I liked weather teams. Sun was my favorite weather condition back in Gen 5. I believe I've talked about that before. Alright, that's going to be enough to heal you, and I think I'm just going to go and dump, like, lemonades on your heads now. A lot of that had to do with just, like, I like Leafeon, I like Ninetales, I like a lot of the other Pokemon that you can use with Sun teams. I played for a while, and this is like a terrible idea, and I just did it because it was funny. I played for a while with like a Charizard with its hidden ability back in Gen 5, and this was before Mega X and Mega Y came along. And, like, that is like terrible. It is 4 times weak to Stealth Rocks for starters, so if there's rocks on the field and you switch in, you're gonna take half your health. Just like right out of the gate. And its hidden ability was solar powered, which is basically, and I think I'm gonna have to come around again. Yeah. Its hidden ability was solar powered, which is basically like a built-in like life orb. It would give you, I think, a 25 or 30% buff to your attack, but which way do I want to actually go? This way, okay. It would give you like a 25 or 30% buff to your attack, but it would cost you, I think, 10% of your health every time. And if you pair that with an actual life orb, ah, yes, minimize, everybody's favorite move. If you paired solar-powered Charizard in the sun with an actual life orb, then you could make your attack go pretty high. You'd also take a lot of recoil damage every turn, which was, you know, sucks. But it was not something that you would ever use in combat against someone who knew what they were doing, because there were just so many ways to poke holes in that Pokemon. But if you ever got it going against someone who like, I don't know, I don't want to say bad, but someone who is less experienced and competitive, or someone who just for whatever reason didn't see it coming, or someone who lost the weather war, then it was quite hilarious when that thing got going. Anyway, you're using a Carnivine. That's not something that I think I ever used. I feel like there was a little bait and switch there, because that was definitely not a Carnivine. Let's see. So there's some grunts guarding the gates to Po Town, and I think I'm gonna do that in the next video, but if I just step out this way... Did I not set a repel, or did it wear off and I didn't notice? That is not real... Okay, fine. Alright, so I went beat that thing up. A Ganlon berry, a citrus berry, another citrus berry. I'm hoping for like a lumberry or something, because that's probably the one I'm most likely to use. Citrus berry. I guess there's also like a lepa berry if I want power points back. Speaking of which, I should go back to the Pokemon Center, because Gon is running out of power points here. But that's gonna wait until after this cutscene, I guess, because I ran into the danger zone. You want to join Team Skull? Hold up, is that a Z-Power ring? For real? You're actually on the Island Challenge? Alright then, I get it. Come to laugh at us losers who gave up on the Island Challenge, huh? You showed up so suddenly and got the nerve to laugh at me? Fine, we'll have one more fight. No fair, I hate strong kids like you. I'm not letting you in. Alright, I absolutely love how you had Scraggy use high jump kick on somebody who is in the air. That was just 10 out of 10. You there, boy! Seems to me you're trying to get into Po Town. You sure you've thought this through? You better be ready if you're thinking of coming in here. Ready to live as Team Skull or ready to take on Team Skull? You really think you're ready for that? This could have been a lot shorter than it is, once again, just pointing that every time I see it now, I guess. I guess everyone's got their own reasons. I got my reasons, too, for doing what I do. I'll have them let you in. If you don't make it, I'll make sure your remains at least get back home. Alright, well, now, before we do that, I am going to go back to the Pokemon Center. Actually, there's a Pokemon Center in here, so I guess that ship has sailed. I'm gonna go end this video. I'd like to end this video. Oh my god, wow, okay. I could have ended the video like 5 minutes ago, but I accidentally strayed too close to the gates, and then plot started to happen. My name is Dragonite, this has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. Next time, we're going to be fighting our way through Po Town, that should be a lot of fun. And we're going to, I don't know if we're going to get to the end of the area, because it does go on for a bit, or if we'll just, I don't know, make it to the mansion on the other side of the road. You should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later.